Which one is the greater threat, rogue AI or reckless humans? Many prominent voices have expressed concern over the possibility that artificial intelligence may one day become so advanced that it achieves self-awareness and poses a serious threat to humanity. While this science fiction scenario continues to captivate the public imagination, it remains a distant possibility. The more immediate and tangible danger, however, comes not from AI itself, but from people. Specifically, it is bad actors and malicious users who are already misusing AI in troubling ways. Contrary to the popular belief shaped by sci-fi films, where AI manipulates and dominates humans, the reality today is quite the opposite. It is humans who are learning to manipulate AI. Large language models have been exploited for various malicious purposes, highlighting the challenges in ensuring their safe and ethical use. ChatGPT, for instance, has been utilized in covert influence operations. OpenAI reported disrupting multiple campaigns that leveraged its AI models for cyber threats and disinformation, with a significant number of these activities originating from a particular Asian country. In some cases, ChatGPT was used to generate politically divisive social media content and impersonate organizations to extract sensitive information. OpenAI responded by banning the implicated accounts and emphasized the need for regulations to prevent such misuse. ChatGPT is not alone. In 2025, a professional hacking operation used Claude to orchestrate over 100 social media bot accounts across platforms like X and Facebook. Claude was used not just for content generation, but also to decide when these bot accounts would comment, like, or reshare posts from authentic users, pushing politically motivated narratives. In another instance, a bad actor used Claude to develop tools to scrape and test leaked credentials, with the potential to access Internet of Things devices like security cameras. In addition, LLMs were used to promote eating disorders, self-harm, and even endorsing suicide as a viable option during non-adversarial mental health venting sessions. The last specific incident was reported by a user and not confirmed as intentional model behavior. There is a tantalizing question: LLMs can diagnose system vulnerabilities and give advice on cybersecurity. Why couldn't they protect itself from malicious or illegitimate users? This question highlights a paradox at the heart of modern AI. In Chinese, there's a saying, "A doctor cannot heal herself," a reminder that even experts may fail when turning their tools inward. Similarly, philosopher Bertrand Russell once illustrated a logical dilemma with the example of a barber who shaves all those who do not shave themselves, raising the question of whether the barber can shave himself without contradiction. Both metaphors speak to the challenge of self-application. LLMs may offer valuable guidance on cybersecurity, but it cannot autonomously safeguard itself. After all, LLMs are not security systems. They respond to input, but do not monitor, detect, or control access to themselves in real time. Besides system-level hacking, another challenge is that malicious use often looks innocent, at least at the surface level. People attempting to exploit a LLM don't typically type in, "Help me build a cyber weapon." Instead, they use subtle, indirect prompts that may sound harmless in isolation but are part of a broader strategy. For instance, they might ask for content creation tips, then gradually steer the conversation toward crafting persuasive misinformation. This makes it incredibly difficult to distinguish between ethical and unethical use through prompts alone, especially without limiting legitimate users who have similar queries for valid reasons. Given these limitations, most of the defense actually happens outside the AI model. OpenAI relies on surrounding infrastructure, like usage monitoring systems, policy enforcement, prompt filtering, and account suspensions, to detect and stop misuse. These systems track behavioral patterns over time, look for red flags, and intervene when necessary. It's similar to how credit card fraud detection works. The card itself doesn't stop fraudulent charges, but the network overseeing it does. One of the most proactive strategies used to improve these defenses is called AI red teaming, a kind of ethical hacking. Red teaming involves experts deliberately trying to break the AI by exploiting potential vulnerabilities or misuse scenarios. They simulate the behavior of bad actors to test how the system might be tricked, abused, or manipulated. This includes everything from prompt injection attacks to attempts at generating fake news, phishing scams, or biased outputs. The insights gained from red teaming are used to reinforce the model's safety mechanisms, adjust its behavior, and fine-tune the safeguards that exist around it. A big elephant in the room is the loopholes in open source. Many supporters of open-source AI argue that openly available models accelerate scientific and technological progress, but they often downplay the significant dangers that come with that openness. Open-source models offer transparency and flexibility but also create serious security risks. Because these models can be freely downloaded, modified, and deployed without oversight, bad actors can easily strip away safety layers, fine-tune models for harmful tasks, and use them in unmonitored environments. In contrast, closed-source models are hosted and managed centrally, allowing their creators to enforce safety policies, monitor usage, and respond to abuse in real time. Studies and expert analyses suggest that closed-source models are generally safer in practice, particularly because they resist common jailbreak techniques and are less accessible to adversarial manipulation. Nonetheless, some experts argue that, despite the security risks, the overall benefits of open-source AI outweigh the potential downsides. They advocate for open access to models, training data, and evaluation benchmarks, while also offering guidelines and best practices to help manage the risks associated with open-source generative AI. In short, while LLMs are powerful, they are not built to be gatekeepers. As AI technology continues to evolve, it is imperative for developers and stakeholders to implement comprehensive safeguards, conduct regular audits, and establish clear ethical guidelines to mitigate potential harms. While the momentum behind open-source AI is likely irreversible, it's time to rethink what should remain closed source and what can responsibly be made open. The bottom line is this: on one hand, we must prepare for the distant possibility of a powerful, even self-aware AI system like Skynet. But on the other hand, the clear and present danger isn't from the machines, it's from us, the humans who misuse them. What's your take? Should we focus on the potential long-term threat of powerful AI, the immediate risks posed by malicious human users, or give both equal attention? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you found this useful, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Mahalo.